Good morning, welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We have some foggy conditions out there this morning. We should see that fog start to erode here as we move in the late morning hours into the early afternoon hours. It has remained over the area and will keep us in that cloudy to foggy condition throughout the late morning or early afternoon, and we'll continue to see it burn off for the afternoon hours with just cloudy conditions across the region. Temperatures have continued to rise this morning into the mid-40s. We'll see our highs today in the mid-50s across the Mid-Atlantic region and here at Wallops. We're going to see a chance of rainfall as we move into the evening today as a low-pressure system starts to move towards the Wallops region. Looking at our observation points across the Mid-Atlantic region, last 24 hours, Wallops here we saw 54 degrees. Norfolk was the warm spot at 56 degrees yesterday. Most of the locations in the lower to mid 50s, while Richmond was the cool spot yesterday with that snowpack across the region of only reaching 43 degrees at Richmond. Last night saw temperatures dropping down to the lower to mid 30s in general. Here at Wallops we were a little bit warmer at 37 degrees. Richmond was the cool spot once again at 30 degrees last night. So a little bit of precipitation across the region. The last 24 hours, a trace at Richmond, Langley, Newport News, and here at Wallops. As of 9 a.m., we are seeing that fog across the region at Wallops, Ocean City, Salisbury, and Baltimore. Most of the locations are just seeing cloudy skies. Temperatures in the lower 40s to mid 40s across the region, with Richmond continuing to be the cool spot as of 9 a.m. with 35 degrees, but here at Wallops we are 42 with foggy conditions. As of our 12Z sounding this morning, our freezing level was at 8,800 feet. Our winds are out of the southeast to the low levels at 14 knots, becoming more southerly to southwesterly. Move up in the column, we see our winds are at 23 knots out of the west-southwest at 12,000 feet. We just see our winds at a west component at 45 knots, with our peak wind at 25,000 feet this morning. Looking at our current observation points as well as our infrared satellite and radar, you can see some rain showers currently across central and northern North Carolina that will be slowly moving towards our region and impacting our area once we move into the evening hours today. We'll continue to see light winds this morning, especially with that fog in the area. Will become more easterly for the afternoon hours and remain light, and that could keep the fog in here during the early afternoon hours. A slight chance of that occurring. Overall, we'll just see our temperatures rise into the mid-50s today with abundance of this upper-level cloudiness that's seen on the infrared satellite across the region. Looking at our 12Z surface analysis this morning, we have an area of low pressure across the Arklatex region. This morning, it's going to be moving across the deep south and then moving along the eastern seaboard as we move into our Saturday and Sunday. But for tonight, we'll have a frontal boundary moving towards our area with weak areas of low pressure along that frontal boundary, giving us rain showers across the area. Some of that rain could be heavy at times during the overnight hours tonight. Looking at our prog charts the next few days, here's our Friday PM planner. We have a area of rain showers moving towards our region for the overnight time period. You can see here this stationary boundary / frontal boundary. It's going to be across the area, and areas to the north of that frontal boundary will see breezy conditions, while areas to the south of the frontal boundary we'll see fairly light winds in general. That's going to provide us with a tricky wind forecast for tomorrow morning, as this frontal boundary will be just north of our region for our Saturday morning. That'll give us a period of breezy conditions overnight tonight, and then we should see winds start to lessen to move into the Saturday morning time frame with just abundance of fog, low-level cloudiness, and drizzle across the region, as well as some light rain. But overnight tonight, we'll see that chance of heavy rain across the area. And move into Saturday afternoon, we'll have a upper-level low starting to move into the Ohio Valley with this frontal boundary and disturbed area weather across the Mid-Atlantic region, giving us a continued chance of drizzle, low clouds, patchy fog across the area on Saturday. And for our Sunday, we'll have an area of low pressure developing associated with that upper level low pressure system moving off the coast. That's going to provide us with a chance of some showers across the region. Most likely those showers will be confined to our north, across the northern portions of the Delmarva Peninsula, but there is a chance of that continuing here at Wallops with still low cloudiness and possibility of drizzle on Sunday as well. So it's going to be quite a dreary weekend across the Wallops region. Looking at our risk chart for today, we're going to be seeing overall fairly nice conditions for the morning into the early afternoon hours after this fog burns off. We'll be seeing temperatures in the mid-50s with a high near 55 degrees. Then we move into the evening, the overnight hours. Conditions really start to deteriorate with the rainfall, possibly heavy at times, as well as a little bit breezier easterly flow. You can see here our peak wind will be between 4 and 8 local on Saturday morning, east at 9 to 14 knots, and gusting possibly 23 knots. As I mentioned, fairly tricky wind forecast. We could be seeing those winds over 25 knots during this time period if that front boundary is just a bit farther located to the south, and those areas in the north of that front boundary, as I mentioned, we'll be seeing those winds higher. With the rainfall, we're seeing a red condition for our rain, as well as the chance of locally heavy rainfall across the region with a yellow. And also with that rainfall across the region, we'll be seeing our ceilings starting to come down during the evening and overnight time period. We'll see a low tonight during the evening of 48 degrees, temperatures rising to lower to mid-50s during the overnight time period. Our 24-hour terminal forecast, we currently still have that patchy fog out there with a ceiling at 200 feet with a broken deck. Going to see those clouds start to erode as we move into the late morning hours, into the afternoon hours, expecting VFR conditions by noon. However, if that fog does linger across the region, we'll still be seeing reduced visibilities with ceilings around 200 to 500 feet until about 1300 local. After that point, looks more confident that we should see that fog erode out of the area, and we'll have VFR conditions across the region for the afternoon hours. Moving into the overnight time period, we'll see that chance of rain showers after 1800 local today, and then a likely scenario after 20 local this evening, and continuing during the overnight time period with a chance of heavy rainfall after 2300 local tonight through Saturday morning. Our tides are half to 1 foot above normal. Looking into the weekend, Saturday will be cloudy with slightly breezy winds, with rain showers and drizzle likely, periods of fog likely during the morning, a high of 58 degrees, a red for precipitation, yellow for winds, and an orange for our ceilings and visibility. For Saturday night, we'll have cloudy skies, a chance of light rain showers, periods of fog and low cloudiness likely, a low of 50 degrees, an orange for precipitation, as well as our ceilings and visibilities. And for Sunday, we'll have cloudy skies with a chance of scattered rain showers, abundant low cloudiness, and slightly breezy winds late out of the northwest. We'll have a high of 53 degrees on Sunday. Precipitation will be yellow, as well as ceilings and visibility around that 500-foot level. Looking at the next 7 days, we'll see quite the dreary and wet forecast from Friday through Sunday, with temperatures in the mid to lower 50s from Friday through Sunday. Finally, we'll start to see some drying conditions across the Mid-Atlantic region for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Cooler conditions on Tuesday and Wednesday with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s for highs. Cold morning for Wednesday morning at 28 degrees for our low. And then Thursday looks like we'll have another system starting to approach the region and subtly flow out in front of this system. So any of that cooler air mass that moves in the region on Tuesday and Wednesday will quickly be eroded, and we'll see temperatures once again rebounding on Thursday ahead of that system moving through into the upper 50s with a chance of rain showers during the afternoon on Thursday. Still a bit of uncertainty as we move into the second half of next week with that system of whether it is moisture laden or if it's a dry type system, but right now it looks like it should have some moisture with it, with some rain showers possible on Thursday afternoon. That's going to complete our 10 a.m. weather briefing this morning. I hope everybody has a great weekend, enjoying the kind of dreary conditions that we have. We'll be back on 8:15 and at 10 a.m. on Monday morning.